Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Epic Zone players. So I'm back again with a pretty special video for you guys today. So I'll be talking about two different units I own and I use on a regular basis for quite some time. So this video is going to be an informative video on these two units in particular. First being Ruele of Light and the second being Auxiliary Lots. So for those of you who are getting the ML 5 Selector, I'll be going through and also the ML 4 Selector with the Crimson Armin nerf. I'll be going through how you may want to consider going for Ruele of Light or Auxiliary Lots, or both. So firstly I'll be covering Ruele of Light. So this is my current build on her. I went for double health set with immunity set. So she's sporting 1.4k defense, which is pretty decent. 17.5k HP, which is not high, but it's not low either, so it's not too bad. 140 speed, not too bad, and 117 resistance, which is not high, but it's an okay amount because I pair my Ruele with Crimson Armin, and she gives me a effect resistance imprint 12.6%. so with that my Ruele would be touching about 130% resistance, yeah. So firstly I'll be talking about my experience with this unit. So she's a 12 ML I pulled her, I think it was during Christmas last year, so I've had it for over 8 months now, nearly 9 months, and she's been part of my arena experience ever since. So I'll be talking about arena defense first. So she's been on my arena defense team for quite some time. So I'll show you guys the arena defense team I used to run when I first got her. I was running Crawl, Ruele, DN, and X-God. So I was running this back in January, and then I quickly switched over to switch X-God with K-Ron. So I was sporting this defense team back in January to basically when Dizzy came out. I forgot when that was, but yeah, my defense team had a success rate of about 10% on average. Sure, there were weeks where I would finish with 20% defense, and there were also weeks with which I'll finish with a very low defense percent, like 5% defense rate. This is in Legend, by the way, so I finished Legend every week. I think I only missed out on 2 weeks of finishing Legend. Yeah, in 2 weeks I finished Champion 1 during Season 2. But yeah, this was my defense, yeah. So basically what I'm trying to say is, even with a Ruele of Light and having good gears on all your units, your defense rate is only gonna be a certain amount. It's not gonna be at like 30%, you know. So yeah, I was having about a 10% defense rate, and then I pulled Dizzy, yeah, on her banner. I tried this defense, it was still having about 10% success rate, yeah. So I even tried this. Double revive didn't help, yeah. So about a month later, basically halfway into season 2 of Arena, I pulled Crimson Armin, yeah. So this was my new defense team. So when I pulled Crimson Armin, my defense rate went from 10% to about 35%. It more than tripled. But I would say on average, my defense rate was about 30% when I got Crimson Armin. So I pulled Fawn Cecilia later on, and she replaced Crow, and my defense rate just stayed about 25 to 35%. There were some weeks where I've even finished 50% defense, with a 50% defense success rate. So yeah, so what I'm trying to say is, having a Ruele of Light on her own, she does, even in a tanky comp, you're not gonna have a high success rate on your defense unless you have Crimson Armin too. These two paired together is the scary part of the tanky arena defense, yeah. Ruele plus Crimson Armin. But the thing is, as you guys know, Crimson Armin is getting nerfed, so that indirectly nerfs Ruele too, yeah. So yeah, so personally, with my personal experience, many months of running Ruele on defense, I know that she's not that strong on defense unless you pair her with Crimson Armin, yeah. So with Crimson Armin getting nerfed, let's say Crimson Armin's not great on defense anymore post nerf, Ruele is not gonna be that great too, yeah. Tank defenses may not even work, so you guys will have to take that into consideration. Just see how the meta plays out, yeah. Alright, so you'll have some time to see how the meta plays off before you make your decision on the ML exchange. So that's it for arena defense. Now I'll be covering arena offense. So for arena offense, yeah, I used to run Ruele on arena offense for quite some time. So this is the comp I run, yeah, very often. Back in the day, I don't run it anymore. I did A.Lots, Ruele, Etheria, and Watcher Shuri. So basically, how this comp works is, A.Lots boost up Watcher Shuri, he takes out a unit, usually a threat. Etheria then reset Watcher Shuri's S3, and then he goes again, takes out another unit, and then you just rotate your skills until your skill cooldowns and take out more units with Watcher Shuri's S3 down the road. So Ruele basically just heals and revives units in this comp because all your units are pretty squishy, right? Etheria, A.Lots, and Watcher Shuri. So yeah, I was running this offense. Sometimes I replace Etheria with a tank. It can be anything. Fawn Cecilia, Crow's pretty good. It's a pretty slow offense though. If you run this, this comp without Etheria, it becomes pretty slow. But it has a really high success rate. Yeah. So yeah, you can run Ruele on offense in a comp such as this, but I don't really recommend it. Oh yeah, you could also run Ruele with Dark Corvus, yeah, on arena offense. She's really good, but then again, you can also do the same thing with Angelic Montmorency. She's also really good in that comp, or Angelica. Yeah. So basically, is Ruele strong in arena after all the after all the changes? I would say yeah, she's gonna be really strong. She's a good contender for the ML 5 ticket exchange. If you're having problem in arena offense, I would suggest you going for A.Lots Judge Kisei. Yeah. If you have problem on defense, I would suggest going for Fallen Cecilia over Ruele. But overall, Ruele is a pretty good choice. Also, Dark Covers is a very good choice for arena offense, and also Guild Wars offense, which is what I'll be getting into next. So yeah, next let's cover Guild Wars defense. Yeah. Sorry if I sound a bit weird, I just woke up, yeah, my voice is a bit distorted, sorry about that. So for Guild Wars defense, so for my Guild Wars defense, I pair my Ruele with Crimson Armin and see, I think Ruele is pretty good on defense in Guild Wars. You can pair her with the likes of Charles, Craw, Ken, basically other bruisers. You can pair her with Fallen Cecilia. Yeah, she's a DPS check, yeah. If your opponent doesn't have enough damage to take her out, she's gonna use her healing abilities and basically just most likely win the fight, unless you're bringing a bruiser lineup yourself, like a Dark Harvest offense, which is a very powerful offense and currently probably the best offensive comp in Guild Wars right now. So yeah, I would say Ruele is pretty strong on Guild Wars defense, but you will need to have a good lineup, yeah, to make her good, and good gears too. So again, Crimson Armin's getting nerfed, yeah, so Ruele plus Crimson Armin on Guild Wars defense won't be that strong anymore. Honestly, it's not that strong to begin with. You want to go for lots of RNG on your Guild Wars defense, and you want to go for lineup with multiple elements in order to make it difficult for your opponent to play around the AI, yeah. So basically something like water, earth, and fire team. Like let's say Ken, Craw, Charles, or Ken, Craw, Violet, for example. So now for Guild Wars offense, I'd say Ruele is really good in Guild Wars offense because in Guild Wars, yeah, you're running 3 units and you're facing off against 3 of your opponent's units, yeah. So it makes it so that each unit has basically has the ability to do what they want more than, let's say compared to how it works in arena. In arena it's 4 versus 4. Since it's 4 versus 4, right, you have a lot of room for team composition, team building, so each unit's strengths are not as big of a deal compared to in Guild Wars. In Guild Wars, you want each of your unit to have very good stats in order to go toe to toe with the enemy's units, because there's less room for setups like attack buffs, you know, speed boost. Sure, you can go A.Lots, yeah, into a Cleaver or into Watcher Shuri or something, but with this being the case, let's say one of your units dies, if you have the power to resurrect them, you're gonna do very well in Guild Wars offense. So a team I like to run is Ruele plus Watcher Shuri plus Dian. So basically Dian and Ruele would be protecting Watcher Shuri, and Dian also gives Watcher Shuri attack buff with her S3, allowing him to take out basically any unit right off the bat. So I really like this comp. You can also go something like auxiliary lots into any DPS unit, like let's say a Luna. Soulburn, her S3 takes out unit, then the enemy goes and maybe takes out one of your unit, you resurrect them with Ruele, and suddenly the fight becomes a 3 versus 2, yeah? So Ruele, I would say, is definitely top tier in Guild Wars offense, yeah? You can also run her with Dark Covers. You can run her with any DPS really, any bruisers. You can run her with bruisers too, like Ruele plus Apocalypse Ravi or Ken or Charles or Craw. You can do Ruele, Craw, X-God. Yeah, many comps you can do in arena offense, yeah? I mean in Guild Wars offense. With Ruele, I would say she's top tier in Guild Wars offense. If you want to trade your ML ticket for ML unit, take note that Ruele is very strong in Guild Wars offense, but she's not as good as Dark Covers. Dark Covers is the best Guild Wars offense unit right now. Yeah, they play different roles. Yeah, Ruele is a healer, Dark Covers is a tanky one-shot damage dealer. So now I'll be moving on to A.Lots, yeah? Lots. So my A.Lots had to move some of my speed gears to Etheria/Tamarin. So first I'll be talking about A.Lots' build. So you basically just stack speed on him, yeah, just go max out on speed, give him your best speed gears, yeah. That's basically what you do. Secondary stats, HP, defense, most important, survivability, you don't need much more than that. Sure, you can go effectiveness for your silence, but it's honestly not very important, because if you build a proper arena offense team with A.Lots, you're gonna be winning the match like within the first round or two. So yeah, all you need to do is outspeed your opponent. So some comps you can run with A.Lots in arena offense. You can run A.Lots BBK. You can run something like you can run A.Lots, Watcher Shuri, BBK, maybe C-Dom. You could run something like this. You could also run you could do this. You could do A.Lots, C-Merc, C-Dom, and BBK. Both C-Merc and C-Dom has crit imprint, so you don't need that much crit on your units to hit 100% crit. You could also do A.Lots Baiken. You could do A.Lots Baiken. C-Dom BBK. It's a pretty good comp. You basically boost up Baiken, then she goes, she boosts up your C-Dom. Baiken would boost up your C-Dom with her S3, and then C-Dom would apply crit buff and boost up BBK, and BBK would just cleave everything. You could do this comp pretty good. So basically what I'm trying to say is, if you have Crimson Armin and you're trying to trade for a unit, and if for some reason you don't have A.Lots, what you do is you trade for A.Lots. Bottom line is you go for A.Lots. You don't go for any other unit. That I'm confident to say that. You want to do well in Arena and in Guild Wars, you go for A.Lots. You won't be disappointed. You do not go for BBK or any other unit. BBK can be replaced with a lot of units. If you have A.Lots, you can literally run any DPS unit. You can go like max attack and crit damage on A Collie. You run A.Lots with her. You boost up A Collie, soul burn her S3, and kill a unit. You can do so many things with A.Lots. You don't need to do A.Lots BBK. It's a very good comp, but I'm just saying A.Lots takes priority. You don't have him, you go for him. He's too good to pass up. Alright. So for you do not run A.Lots on arena defense, you do not do that, so I won't be talking about that. I won't be covering that. Now I'll be covering Guild Wars offense, So for Guild Wars offense, you could do like A.Lots into Watcher Shuri and Isseria, like in the second team, you can see right there. You could also do something like a A.Lots BBK, maybe like a C-Dom or Watcher Shuri for the speed and print on your A.Lots. You can do many different offensive comps. You could do A.Lots into Luna, single target DPS, burst down a unit, and maybe like a healer to sustain, can be a healer really, or a tank to help out on the second turn, A.Lots Baiken, pretty good. And many different good offensive comps you can run in Guild Wars offense. I would say A.Lots is top tier for Guild Wars offense. He'll give you an easy time if you build him right and if you build your DPS right. But if you're building your DPS with, to use with A.Lots, take note that you do not need to give them speed. You can just go for fully offensive build. Something like this, you don't really need speed. You can go for speed if you want, if you think that you need more than one round to end the match, then you can go for speed, but you basically just go all out on attack and crit chance and crit damage. Like right here, Chandra Dominio, obviously she's got the crit buff, so you don't need 100% crit. But say you're building like a Baiken or Watcher Shuri, you will need 100% crit, You just max out on attack, crit damage, and you basically will probably one-shot a unit right off the bat. So for the final verdict, if you do not have Judge Kisei, but you do have A.Lots, I would trade for Judge Kisei over Ruele. If you do not have Dark Covers, I would trade for Dark Covers over Ruele. Those two units I would trade over Ruele. Fallen Cecilia is debatable. Personally, I would go for Fallen Cecilia over Ruele. But that's pretty much it. Every other Nat 5 ML is below Ruele, in my opinion. I would go for her over every other unit. aside from Ruele. Yeah, so that's it for Ruele. For A.Lots, if you have a Crimson Armin, and let's say Crimson Armin is not that good anymore, I think she'll still be strong, but not as strong as she is now currently. She's getting a big nerf, yeah, to her S2 damage reduction thing. So she's still gonna be the best option for damage mitigation, yeah, obviously, Crimson Armin that is. But who knows, yeah? Who knows how long she's gonna still be the best? Maybe Smilegate's gonna come out with new ways to build a tankier defense, yeah. So if you want to trade, for me personally, if I had Crimson Armin and I didn't have A.Lots, yeah, or let's say like Tammy's area, I would instantly trade for A.Lots. And it's pretty simple really. In Arena, yeah, your defense team is not that important, alright? You can get to Legend 1 with a fodder defense. As long as your offense team is very strong, you can shoot for Legend 1, yeah, within half a day. Maybe even faster than that, yeah, depends on your offense team. So sure, a strong defense team is gonna help you out, yeah, if you're trying to finish like top 30, top 10, yeah, then a strong defense team will help you out a lot, yeah, because a lot of people will try to attack you. And if you have successful defenses, you're not going to be losing points. But it's very hard to build a defense team that has more than like 30% defense rate, yeah, in Legend. So I would go for A.Lots. You have a strong offense, you're gonna be having a great time in Arena, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully I covered everything I wanted to cover in this video. So I basically told you, told you guys about my personal experience with these two units and how they are currently in the meta, and how I think they will be coming into the new meta, right? So yeah, I'm pretty sure Ruele plus A.Lots, obviously A.Lots gotta be amazing still, but Ruele is gonna be really good still too in PvP settings. For PvE, Ruele is pretty good, not great. If you have Angelica or Angelic Montmorency, you don't need Ruele. Maybe in the future, the revive mechanic may come into play in some PvE content, but for now, she's not needed. A.Lots is good in PvE if you have a certain artifact. If you have this artifact, A.Lots become extremely powerful in PvE as a support. You basically can attack buff and give a turn to your DPS unit every single turn. Yeah, if you max it out. So yeah, so that's it for the PvE aspect. It's not much to cover there. So hopefully I covered everything. So yeah, it's pretty much it for the video. So other content creators are also doing something like this. Hopefully, yeah, you guys can check them out. I think so far, DemoneKim, JaganX, and No Life Warbalt has made videos on this topic with the unit, the ML Nat5s they own. So be sure to check them out. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I will be sure to get back to you, yeah, regarding the ML exchange, the ML trade coming up with the new balance patch. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, then please give my video a like and subscribe. And until next time, Sodi signing out.